the seam on himself.
Ball.
Steers it wide of extra cover. Beautiful hands to get that ball away, and with some power as well. So the first boundary of the day, big cheer.
Ball.
This is actually a really good shot from Josh Butler. He waits on it. He waits for the ball to get underneath his eyes and just times it through the gap.
Fantastic shot. Full from Reece Toffley. Not much swing on this occasion.
We're going to know it's going to get difficult when the end of the power play, the fielders can go back and the spinners will come into the game. So I wonder if Phil Salt will see these next 10 balls as a great opportunity to spinners that bowl into the pitch, such as Rashid Khan, people like that who, they bowl top of the stumps, try and spin it a little bit either way, and sort of not try and get hit back over his head. Don't give the length too full to get hit back over his head, but he launches towards the end of the innings.
Well, he's launched that one straight over extra cover, just given a little bit of width from Bryden Carse.
I think that's a great demonstration of the trigger to get yourself set and then use your hands and wrists to...
Cuts this one backward of point, so hit over extra cover for 4, cut backward of point for 4.
Yeah, I think the originals will see this as a good opportunity to score. There's going to be a stage where Adil Rashid comes into this attack, and I think the dynamic of the game will change.
Wow, that is a terrific pull shot. Carse doesn't know where to turn here. He's getting hit all around the ground by Butler. Drive, cut.
I think that's a great...
Heaved away. Now Salt joins the party. Just stuck in the surface a little bit. He did well, actually, just to hold for a fraction of a second longer.
Yeah, really strong shot. Made an amazing sound off the bat. And it's a pretty big boundary out there. Just crept over, and it's only 80 metres.
Straight through the hands. And it's the skipper at extra cover. We had a fantastic view of it here in the pod.
Yeah, he's tried to go into out over extra cover. Caught it a bit flat.
Slapped away. And has it reached? It might have just bounced before the boundary sponge.
Force and power.
A lot of right hand in it. Now Visa's in the game here. Sure-handed usually, and continues to be. And so the Wayne Parnell drop from the previous set doesn't cost too many.
Knew Phil Salt was going to try and attack him down the ground, held his pace back, made him reach for it, and a smart catch from David Visa. Almost looked like he overran it, but some good hands taking the ball above his head.
Now this has not been hit cleanly at all. And almost brilliant from Bryden Carse. He did his best.
Yeah, that was nearly a bit of magic at long on. Just almost jumped a little bit early, potentially.
Well, this has been hit a little bit more cleanly, but Visa is there.
Yeah, he wasn't going to hold back. He was going to try and take Callum Parkinson downtown, and another safe.
Pulls away, and a top edge will sail it just over the boundary edge. Just about a yard over the boundary for a 6 for Paul Walter.
Tried to take a risk of bowling the bouncer, and unfortunately Walter's got the top edge and it's carried all the way for 6. So I'm sure Visa will revert back to slower balls into the pitch and try and get a few more dots on Walter here.
On the single at third. And that allows Walter the opportunity to smear that away behind point. Sure how good a ball that was with the field that is set for him.
Disappointed with the width he's provided there for Walter. And those last two deliveries have probably just got him going and freed him up a little bit. And yeah, he'll be looking to really put his foot down here and allow and make him hit that way.
He gets this over short third. He's looking to go over Topley's head again at mid-off or extra cover. Gets a thick outside edge and it runs away for 4.
They're getting to the stage now where both batters are going to take it on.
Butler takes this on and it's over Topley's head. So that set finishes with a 6, an expensive set, 13 from it, 113 for 2. Swung away. It might be slightly longer boundary that side, but it's not long enough for Jos Buttler. Swung away leg side, a meaty blow this. Expensive set, that's the second 6 of it. And the original's motoring now.
Unless he gets undone by a brilliant Rashid Googly.
Leg spinner into that boundary and using those long levers, and he's held his pace back.
Side through the offside. That's a lovely shot from Holden. Just made a little room for himself outside of the leg stump to free those arms, create the angle that he needed. Now this has gone high. Two fielders converging, almost colliding, maybe colliding. The end result is it another boundary for the originals. Again, this is hacked into the leg side and has the distance. He's not got all of this again. Jos Buttler is quite high on the bat. When Buttler advances, could be trouble, and is.
With first 24 balls down, played it smartly in the middle and gave himself a chance to whack it at the end. And good bowling from Rashid and a smart catch from Harry Brook.
Well, he's tried here. Not sure he's been successful. Bryden Carse.
It's a pretty tough ask coming in and trying to do Rashid out of the park on these big boundaries from ball 1. And another clever bit of bowling from Rashid there, following Jamie Overton, not letting him free his hand.
Final ball. And straight through, Max Holden. Yorker once again does the trick. Nifty bit of footwork from Reece Topley. Clatters it into the timber for 6. Max Holden, nothing really he could have done with it. Tried to make something of it. The bowling, too good. Oh, he's not got all of this. This is easy. Yeah, simple catch. Big Paul Walter at mid-off. It was high on the bat of Adam Lyth. Little bit of extra bounce from Jamie Overton, and the originals make an immediate breakthrough.
Rose's derby here, he can be very dangerous at the top of the order, so yeah, I think that shows that the originals, they've got some tall fast bowlers. They're going to bowl into the pitch, they're going to change their pace, and be careful what you say.
That's a really good shot. Very well picked up by Short. You mentioned about that from that particular length. Sometimes he goes.
It's on the leg side really well. But yeah, as I was saying, it's really difficult. You play against each other in the IPL, and then all of a sudden you're playing with each other in a World Cup a couple of weeks later, and it's different the other way around. So
full fitness soon. Uppercut will bring 4.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're blessed with quite a few at the moment. Ollie Stone's obviously coming back from injury, another one. We've got a fair few to choose from. Yeah, especially to have in your team, it's always nice to have people that can bowl north of 90 mile an hour.
Catch.
Yeah! Oh, well taken. Very well taken. Calvin Harrison, who's a good fielder, has an excellent pair of hands. He shows that.
Yeah, that's pretty unlucky. He's switched around. He's hit it pretty well. I think Jos Buttler will be pretty happy with the work that he's done.
It's a good shot. That's a really fine shot from Hose. Just waited on his back foot, and even though it was quite full of length, stayed on the back foot, manoeuvred the ball.
He'll just be happy to get through the power play.
Little scoop, and it's played well. Adam Hose Not only does he have great power, but he's got lovely touch.
Yeah, that's a great shot. You see from that video that he keeps his head in the way. It's pretty hard to do when the ball's coming at you at 90 mile an hour to keep your head in the way and try and flick it over your left shoulder, but he does it really well.
That's going to be 4-2. And you talked about that little bit of width. And it's not a huge amount, but being aware of it.
Yeah, and Adam Poser's come out here and played really well. He's got going very quickly. He's played some good shots.
Has he got a little edge there? I think he might have. Bit of glove. Now, umpire Middlebrook doesn't think so. Tong and Butler did. I thought I heard something. Butler is convinced and he's asked to go upstairs. The Superchargers, Ollie Pope is in situ, as soon will be Michael Atherton talk us through that.
Okay.
That's what they wanted to see.
Field to James. Ball passes the glove. Need you to change your decision. You're on screen now.
Leg spinner, good all-round cricketer actually, and starts with a wicket. Well bowled.
And Josh Butler does the rest. Nice simple stumping for him.
Experience of 50 over cricket, do you? Might be out this. It's carrying with the wind, and it's the wind I think that just helps the ball over the rope.
Taking it over, didn't look like he got a load of it, but good enough swing of the bat.
Brook might feel as though it's a good opportunity to impress, but he's been undone by an absolute corker here.
Yeah, really good bit of bowling there. Very square scene, and Seaman has just held in the wicket. Pretty good pace as well. And undone for Harry Brook there.
Good. Might be another here. It is another. And it's another for Calvin Harrison, who's picked up Parnell.
Had to just keep going. Potentially a bit of a top spinner there. Extra bit of bounce. Maybe a googly. And a pretty simple catch to finish it off.
Edge gone. Another one. The procession from dugout to the middle and middle to the dugout.
Run that through. Just freeze it as the ball is next to the bat. You're on screen now.
They're out. And another one for Calvin Harrison.
It's beautiful leg spin bowling, actually.
And the fifth. Well bowled, Calvin Harrison. Smiling like a Cheshire cat, why not?
Whoa, figures spoiler. Drill back down the ground. So, and it's just a matter of somehow recalibrating where you're looking at, because the natural instinct is to look at the area where the ball is normally released from. Spin from Calvin Harrison, who's taken 5 wickets but is finished now, so we're just watching his teammates trying to mop up the last pair. Four more.
That's actually really well played. He's opened up the face and used the pace of Zaman Khan to get the ball down to third man. I think early in his career he was a very comfortable red ball batter, and he's got many hundreds in that form.
Selection in T20 team at the end of the summer, and a wicket to complete this victory for the Originals.
Yeah, clinical performance finished off by Josh Tongue nicely there with a very smart catch from Laurie Evans. But always too many. I think 164 on this pitch was always going to be a tough ask. for the Northern Superchargers, and they're